Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Learn English with Lutfullah. In this video, we are going to learn the 7 Edges of Man. It is the first poem in second year. The poem is written by William Shakespeare. We shall learn reading with explanation of verses and meaning of words in this video. This poem is actually a speech from As You Like It. As You Like It is a drama written by William Shakespeare. You know that William Shakespeare is a dramatist. This speech or monologue is present in Act 2, Scene 7 of Shakespeare's drama As You Like It. In this monologue, the character Jax describes the 7 stages of man's life. A long speech or a dialogue by one character in a drama is called a monologue. Let us read the poem now. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. Here Shakespeare says, all the world's a stage. The apostrophe doesn't show position here. There is contraction between two words, world and is. So actually it is all the world is a stage. It must be read as all the world's a stage. In the very first line, the poet compares the world with a stage. According to William Shakespeare, this world is like a stage where drama is performed. And all the men and women merely players. In Shakespeare's view, all the human beings are like actors. They perform different roles in this world, which is like a stage of drama. Both of these lines are examples of metaphors. In the third line, the poet says, they have their exits and their entrances. Exit means the door from where you can go out. And entrance means the door from where you can come in. So the poet says that people come in this world. Their birth is like entry in the drama. They play their role in the drama and they exit when they die. And one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 edges. At first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Look at the first line. And one man in his time plays many parts. So the poet says that people come in this world and perform different type of roles in their life. Their role changes according to their stage in life. His acts being 7 edges. Here the poet says that there are 7 stages of human life. Therefore he performs 7 different roles in his lifetime. How does he perform these acts? Shakespeare gives features of different roles in life. These may be called the 7 stages of human life. Shakespeare says, at the first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. According to the poet, the first role performed by a human being is that of an infant. When a baby is born, he or she is called an infant. This is the first stage of human life when someone is very weak and dependent upon others. Firstly, the human being depends upon his mother or the woman who looks after him. Look at the features at this stage. Shakespeare says, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Word mewling means crying and puking means vomiting. Crying is the first skill of human life. A baby often vomits after milk feeding. Then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face creeping like snail unwillingly to school, and then the lover. Here is the second stage of human life. When a baby grows, parents send him or her to school for education. The word whining also means crying or complaining. And the word satchel means bag. When a boy or girl goes to school, he carries a bag. This bag for carrying books may not be used in future. Digital learning is changing the way of education all over the world. In the word whining, Shakespeare mentions the first feature of the second stage. Whining means crying or complaining. When a boy or girl is sent to school for the first time, he or she cries. Look at the other line. Shakespeare says, and shining morning face creeping like snail. Snail is a water animal that moves very slowly. Here the poet William Shakespeare has used simile. Creeping like snail. When a boy or girl is sent to school for the first time, he doesn't want to go to school. He or she slides on the ground and moves like a snail. In the next line, the poet says, unwillingly to school. When boy or girl is sent to school for the first time, he or she does not want to go to school. He goes to school unwillingly. Opposite to their wish, parents send their children to the school. Therefore, they cry and complain. They try to remain attached to the ground and do not move, but their parents send them to school anyhow. So, this is natural. Parents should not worry when their children do not want to go to school. This practice will not remain for a long time. And then the lover. The third stage of human life, as described by William Shakespeare, is that of a lover. Let us read the lines about lover. Sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad, met to his mistress' eyebrow, then a soldier. Here are the features of lover. Sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad. Sighing means emit a long, deep, audible breath expressing sadness, relief, tiredness, or similar thing. In the stage of lover, a boy or girl breathes with a sound. Look at the expression in picture. How does the boy change his mouth? When someone breathes with such feelings, he makes a sound. This type of breathing is called sighing. Furnace is a device used for lighting purpose. Light was not constant in these devices, sometimes high, sometimes low. A lover breathes in the same way. Word woeful means sad and ballad means song. A lover sings sad songs in the praise of his or her beloved. These natural feelings are described by William Shakespeare very beautifully. So, any ballad or song which has feelings of sadness is called a woeful ballad. When lover recalls his or her beloved in loneliness, he or she becomes sad and sings song. Song may have description of beauty of the beloved. So Shakespeare says, met to his mistress' eyebrow. Here, eyebrow symbolizes the beauty of face. So William Shakespeare says that the lover recalls his beloved when he is alone. He praises the beautiful face of his beloved. Eyebrow is just a symbol. Face is the best example of physical beauty of a person. That is why Shakespeare has chosen the word eyebrow. The next stage is that of a soldier. That is why William Shakespeare says, then a soldier. Let us read the lines about the soldier. Full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrels, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice. Here Shakespeare has described physical appearance of soldier as well as his behavior. In order to understand physical appearance and behavior of soldier, let us read these lines again. Shakespeare says, full of strange oaths and bearded like the port. You know that oaths means promise. In the stage of soldier, a person is often seen promising his friends, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pord. Pord means panther. This describes the physical appearance of a soldier. Beard appears on the face of a boy at the stage of soldier. How does that beard look like? Shakespeare again uses a simile bearded like the pod. Look at the face in the picture. It is the beginning of rising of beard on face. Look at the next line. Jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel. Word quarrel means fight. In the stage of soldier, a boy becomes jealous in honor. He wants to be appreciated. For that purpose, he is ready to fight with anyone and anywhere. He does not think about the consequences. He just wants to be praised by his friends. That is why he may fight with a group of people alone. Shakespeare says, seeking the bubble reputation. His purpose of fighting is to be respected by his friends. The happiness over this success is for a very short time. That is why Shakespeare says, seeking the bubble reputation. For this little purpose, he sometimes endangers his life by fighting with a group. Shakespeare says, even in the cannon's mouth. Cannon is weapon used to throw shells on enemy in war. For little purpose, one is ready to be in war-like situation at the stage of soldier. He does not think about the danger. He does not think about the consequences. He only thinks about the praise that he will receive from his friends. That is why he is ready to fight with anyone and anywhere. The next stage in Shakespeare's words, and then the justice. In fair round belly with good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws in modern instances. And so he plays his part. In first two lines, Shakespeare describes physical features of justice age. In fair round belly with good capon line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut. In this stage, one may become fat and lose one's physical beauty, but he takes care of his physical appearance. People often cut their beard. He appears to be a stern man at this stage with eyes severe. He may have a formal cutting of beard. Look at the other lines. Full of wise saws in modern instances, and so he plays his part. In the stage of justice, one becomes a responsible person. He tries to guide the youngers, giving them examples of wisdom. He quotes wise people. He also gives examples of modern development. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon. Have a look at these words. Into the lean and slippered pantaloon. That means legs of person become very weak now. He loses his physical strength with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. That means one's eyesight becomes weak. He wears glasses or spectacles on his nose. He puts a pouch on side. He keeps his youthful hose well shaved. He puts the things within his reach now, so then he can take very easily whatever he needs. A world too wide for his shrunk shank. World is same, but his legs become very weak now. Shank referred to weak legs. He could walk long distances when he had a physical power in his legs. But now his legs have become physically weak and short distances seem long to him now. So the world is wide for him. And his big manly voice turning again towards childish treble pipes and whistles in his sound. In old age, when one becomes physically weak, his voice also changes. Now he speaks like a child. Now sound of whistles may be heard with his voice whenever he speaks. Extreme old age is followed by old age, and that is the last scene. Last scene of all. that ends this strange, eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sense teeth, sense eyes, sense taste, sense everything. In extreme old age, one cannot remember the things. That is the period of oblivion. Sense teeth means without teeth. In extreme old age, teeth of person may fall down. Sense eyes means without eyes. One loses his eyesight in extreme old age. That is why Shakespeare says sense eyes. One cannot have the proper sense of taste in old age. Senses of human beings become very weak in extreme old age. That is why Shakespeare says sense everything. That means he cannot see, listen, speak, or taste properly. This stage in one's life is called extreme old age or dotage. After this stage, there is death. One exits from the stage of life. This is how Shakespeare has divided human life in 7 stages. In drama As You Like It, let us see how the character Jax describes these stages of human life. According to Shakespeare's character Jax in As You Like It, men go through 7 stages in their lives. First stage is stage of infancy. Newborn baby is called infant, and that stage is called infancy. Second stage is schoolboy, when one grows up and child is sent to school by the parents. Third stage is the stage of teenager or lover. Fourth stage in human life is stage of young man or soldier. Fifth stage is middle-aged or justice. In the sixth stage one becomes old. Last one is dotage.